I was going to go easy on you, not to hurt your feelings.
You f***ing irritate the shit out of me.
I'm only going to get this one chance. It's just a feeling I've got. Like something's about to happen, but I don't know what.
All I hear, go get the money. So I go get it. Hate means I do something.
Hey, what's going on, peeps? Yes. So this should be Gap Sell Keenan 44. But I'm not going to say their name because everything else I'm going to blast them. I'm putting them on blast. But I'm not going to say their name because I'm not that much of a douchebag. But they canceled. Yeah, they canceled. Guys, let me remind all of you. Wait, let me get you all up here on freaking LinkedIn so I can talk with you guys because their folly is your gain. All right? I'm going to take questions. So long as you guys have questions for me, I'm going to take questions. I'm going to answer them for you. I'm going to give you a little bit of my time while I got it here. And if anybody wants to jump on, I'll see if I can get you in and we can wrap. So here's the deal. Guys, you have been watching this. It's number 44. This is number 1, number 3, number 7, number 9. 44 of these things have happened. They're all online. You know what they're all about. This is a real sales call. A real sales call. I can't process in my little brain how a salesperson who wants to sell something schedules the appointment, gets the time of the buyer, and then cancels only because the buyer calls them and says, yo, where are you? Yo, where are you? I thought we had a meeting. And they're like, oh, yeah, I'm in a really crowded place. I'm not going to make it today. Can I call you later this afternoon? Fuck you. No, you can't. No, you can't at all. Now, I'm going to be man enough and nice enough. If something happened to this person personally and they're in a really bad place, I get it. Shit happens. But the answer is when I like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm having a serious personal issue right now. Can I explain it all later? Yep. Minute I hear personal issue, I got it. Stuff happens. I hope everything's okay. Hope mom, dad, brother, sister, dog, whatever is okay. I got nothing but love for you. Take care of business. Family first. I'm out. No big deal. We moved on. But if outside of that, I got no freaking love. I have no patience. I have no empathy. I got nothing. We schedule these ahead of time. We promote these. We set up events. We put my schedule aside, and your ass doesn't even call and tell me you're not coming. I got to call you, be like, yo, dog, we're on in 3 minutes. Where are you? Yeah, that's a problem. Drives me freaking insane. We have a problem in sales. Now, we got a problem in general. People don't put in the effort. People aren't committed. People don't work hard enough. People don't drive themselves hard enough. And then everybody wonders why they're not getting what they want. They wonders why they're not getting what they want. Look in the mirror, people. Look in the mirror. Look in your own goddamn mirror. This isn't the first time this has happened. I am blown away at the lack of preparation. I'm blown away at the lack of commitment. I'm blown away at the lack of effort. This is our lives. And we go through them half-assed, just enough to get by. Just enough to get by. Some of us don't even do just enough to get by. Drives me flipping insane. Insane. Let me see what we got here. Look, if y'all don't have any comments, I'm going to jet. What I'd like to do, oh, wait, here we go. I'm blown away at the lack of commitment. Hold on, let me see how I can do this. I'm blown away at the lack of effort. Here we go. This is our lives. The dog ate my homework, right, Richard? Hold on. Let me turn this shit down. Just enough to get by. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. All right, so, Michael, Mukesh, Usman. It was supposed to be a discovery call. It's always a discovery call, right? It's a sales call. I guess any way they want to do it, but if they're paying attention at all, then they know it's better be a discovery, right? So, Usman, I'm not exactly sure what. Oh, it wasn't a cold call. It was scheduled. What do you mean cold call was scheduled? We scheduled like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago for them to be here. Yeah, Richard Young, accountability. Amen, dog. Because buyers lie? Huh? Howard, you got to help me on that one. You're totally going to tell me on that one. I don't understand because buyers lie. I don't get that at all. Accountability is huge professional. Yes, accountability is an issue in all professions. It's an issue with humans in general. Look, I think all of us to a certain degree, the microwave lifestyle, truth. Look, Usman, I think that accountability is a personal growth area, I think, for all of us in certain areas in our lives. I don't think anybody has actually nailed accountability. I liken accountability to golf and other sports like golf, where no matter how much you practice, you're still never going to get it perfect. You're still going to shake it into the woods. You're still going to dump it into the lake. You're going to miss the mark. You're going to overshoot the green. You're going to put it in the sand trap. But if you get really, really, really good, you can minimize the number of times that you mess up. And I think that's a great metaphor for life, and particularly accountability. Look, you're going to get defensive. You're going to mess that piece up. But the key is to do it as infrequently or seldomly as possible. And too many of us just don't even, we just convince ourselves that it's someone else's fault, or they got an excuse, or their situation at the time is more important, is warranted, and therefore it's just a lot of bullshit, right? It's a lot of bullshit. So here's the deal. I'm going to see what type of questions I can get. I'm going to give you guys a little time here. If anybody has questions around gap selling, anybody has questions about selling in general, about anything, right? Drive, motivation, leadership, management, any of the stuff that I touch on, let me know, and I will answer them here. If I get no questions, then I just got myself an hour back, and it is what it is. So let me call this up again. My thing doesn't like me watching my own thing very well. Let me see. We get 13 comments. Keep them coming in. Let me see what I can do here. Oh, snap. Okay, who's got a question for me? Would I give the seller another chance? No. Great question. Usman's all over it today. Let me tell you why, Usman. Like I said, unless they had explained in 30 seconds why they didn't call and tell me they couldn't make it with 2 minutes to go before the meeting, knowing this is a live event, knowing that people will be watching, fuck no. Absolutely not. No way. Had they told me when I called and they were like, oh my God, I'm really sorry, I totally forgot. I had a personal crisis. I'm in the middle of it. I could explain it later. Yeah, absolutely I will. Absolutely. But no second chances. Not in a million years. I don't have time for that bullshit. Nope, don't have it. You see, what are some thoughts on how new sales reps or sales? I'm sorry. So Tim Tagnucci, I hope I got that right. Tognucci. I hope that's right. Tognacci. One of them. Okay. What are some thoughts on how new sales reps or reps behind quota can deliver pricing with confidence? Tim, if you can still hear me, have you read Gap Selling? That's my first question for you. Have you read Gap Selling? Say in here right now if you've read Gap Selling or not. And I'm going to wait 1 second before I answer that question. Who else got a question for me? Who else? Before I answer Tim's. See what we got here. I got to keep refreshing. It's not letting the stream of comments come in. Let me try it this time. Stream. Here we go. Nope. Tim. Give it one more second. And more questions. Who's got them? Fire me off some questions. Call them out by name, Jeff Rudd. I can't, man. I can't call them out by name. I can't do that. Oz Principles, great audiobook on accountability, works for all walks of life. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. Oz Principle. I like that. Thank you, Richard. I like that a lot, actually. Doris. Doris has told you these are easily scheduled a month in advance. It's even worse. Now, I just drives me insane, people. Drives me insane. Okay, Tim, I'm not seeing your answer, so I don't know if you're watching anymore. Would you give another rep of that company a chance? Now, that's an interesting question. Wow, Jonathan, that is a great question. Yeah, I would, right? Because I'm not going to hold that whole company hostage because of what that one person did. I mean, that's fucked up. I mean, like that's the equivalent of prejudice or racism or homophobia or Islamophobia, whatever you want. Like, that's how that works, right? One person does something stupid. So I'm a brother, and if a white person does something stupid, and now I paint all white people that way, that's just dumb. That's just stupid. Just like if I do something dumb and all of a sudden everybody's like, well, I can't trust black people. Black sales leaders fucking suck. That's dumb. So no, great question, but damn straight I'd give a person at that company not even another chance. I give another rep at that company a chance. It's not, watch. It's not another chance. It's not another chance. That person didn't do anything in the first place. So there's no another. I would give him a chance. Absolutely. Totally. 100%. me see. No. Okay. Tim. Okay. So yes, Tim, then I'm surprised you asked the question, but that's okay. I'm going to answer it for you, right? What are some thoughts on how new sales reps or reps can behind quota can deliver price with confidence? Tim, if you remember in the book, pricing is a direct correlation to the size of the gap. So I don't need to deliver it with confidence. I already have confidence when I'm delivering it. So for example, if I know that a house costs, and I'm trying to sell you a house that costs $4 million, I know that you only have $4 million to your name. It's the all you got. Like you give me that $4 million for the house and you are broke. But I know that that house could sell on the open market for $35 million. Not only do I have confidence, I got enough confidence that I won't stop hounding you until you buy it because you're my boy and I want you to make that $31 million a week later by selling it on the open market. So the confidence doesn't come from me and from the product. The confidence comes from understanding the value and what it can deliver to you, the buyer, personally. Personally. That's where it comes from. So, Tim, love it that you're at Gap Selling. But read it again, baby. Listen to it on freaking Audible. Let it sink in. The confidence doesn't come from the product. The confidence doesn't come from you. The confidence comes from understanding the value you can bring and how much you're asking for your product or service and knowing if that 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, 10,000, 5,000 can bring the value they're looking for and what that spread is or the gap is. And then you'll have all the confidence in the freaking world, like in the world, right? So yes, Bob Great. Wait, who said it? Jens Haggerty nailed it. Pricing shouldn't be an issue if the problems were or was discovered. He's absolutely positively correct. What are your thoughts on how new sales reps? Oh, no, that was yours. Sorry. Let's be real with. Let me see. Let's be real. We all need these live trainings more than Keenan needs to be products. So yeah, Keenan gives us tons of value for these, and these chumps. What's it saying? These chumps blow them off. Wow. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you, Jeff. How do you track activity, real activity? Because we both know that salesperson has that meetings. Wait, hold on. Let me read this whole thing. Okay, Richard Young. How do you track activity, real activity? Because we both know that salesperson has that meeting still in their numbers. I'm not exactly sure if I understand the question exactly. Richard, if you're still here, ask it again a little more clear. I want to make sure I answer it right for you. Sorry, baby. How is your axe throwing, Keenan? What's up, McNally? My axe throwing is legit. It's fire. It's for real. Yep. It's better than I thought it was. Audio. Oh, thanks. Let me see. Great question. Okay. I'm wearing my Bet on Yourself t-shirt too. Way to go, Sylvia. Way to go, sister. I love it. I love it. Okay, who's got a question for me? Any more questions? I think I'm out of questions. I want to make this valuable for you guys too. So more questions or I'm going to let you guys do your thing. I know there's a lag, so I got to give you a minute. Let me see here. Okay, one more second here. And you got any more questions? I'm still explaining, I think. Yeah, long delay than I realized. So, okay, Richard Young, I'm waiting on your second question, or you rephrasing it, but I think, oh, shoot, my thing just closed. Man, I'm having technology issues today. Okay, hold up. See the last set of questions here. Hope it didn't drop for everybody else. Okay, here we go. The question is, as managers, we track activity. How do we track real activity, e.g. meetings and calls? If we take the reason for this, hold on. If we take the reason for this call, e.g. the meeting, we both know the salesperson is your meeting and their activity plan. Okay, very interesting question, Richard. This could be a whole conversation in general, like a whole show. And I might shock some of you with this answer. I don't track activity. Nope, don't track activity. I do not, how do you say? I do not suggest or recommend that people track activity. I think tracking activity is just a shit show for this reason right here. Now, I might say I track activity to the point that when I'm focusing on goals, I may ask somebody, what do you think you need to do to get to that goal? So how many calls do you think you need to have? How many meetings do you think you need to set up or something like that? But after that, I do not track activity at the rep level. I do not track activity at the opportunity level. No. Everybody does it different. It is their own approach. I do not need to waste my time, and I do not advocate manager leaders wasting their time managing people's activity. Look, hire for people that are smart, hire for people that know how to get shit done, hire for creativity, hire for independence, hire for critical thinking skills, and get the fuck out of their way. I mean, that's all there is to it. And if they can't do it, find someone else who can. But do not get stuck in managing people's activity. It's just nothing worse. I'm probably going to belabor this point a bit too much, but just imagine, Bill Belichick literally asking, how many reps did you do in the gym? Like, how many hours did you spend in the film room? How many times did you replay that particular play? He can't do that. Now, what he can do is if Cam Newton or Mac Jones miss a read, right? Or if they continue to make the same mistakes over and over, or they're unable to get where he wants them to get, then he can challenge them on their activity. You don't need to track it, but you can challenge them. Like, how much time did you spend in the fucking weight room this week? How much time did you spend in the film room? How much time did you spend watching the San Diego game of last year where this play happened 7 times and I told you this was a good tape to go check out? Did you do it? No? Okay, go fucking sit your ass on the bench because clearly it's not that important to you. Did you do it? Yes. How many times? 27 times? Okay. Looks like we have a learning problem here, not an activity issue. Meet me after practice. We'll figure out what's going on, why you're missing it. But don't track activity. Stop. Just, stop. Okay. Hold on. Let me see what we got here. I'd send the no-show guy a bill for your time. I've done it before. Yeah, great call, Bob. But he was selling me, so he lost the sale. Okay, what buyer is the market in? Wait, I'm the buyer. I don't understand the question. I'm the buyer, so I don't understand the question there. Sorry, Joseph. Jeff, one of the biggest challenges I find is knowing the best time to transition from current state to future state. What are some good key questions to confirm if you know the transition? Okay, so I just listen, and if they're like, look, currently we're at 26% conversion rate, or currently our quota, we're 80% behind in quota. I'm sorry, we're only at 80% of quota. Great, what's quota? $1 million. You're only at 800,000 right now. Yes. Is that year to date or for the entire year? Year to date. Great. What are you supposed to be for the entire year? I'm making this up. 2 million. So basically, you're at 80% halfway mark, and you got to get to 2 million. Is 2 million where you want to get, or are you hoping to exceed 2 million? Well, we'd love to ideally, we'd like to get to 2.5. That's our stretch goal. Boom. There you go, Jeff. I just got your fucking your future state. Right? I just got one of your future states. So you just got to listen and you just contrast when they give you something. Sometimes they'll give you the future state. Look, man, we really need to get to 4 million. Really, where are you now? So just listen and just go with the conversation, right? Let it flow. Hope that helped, buddy. Let me see. Yep, that was a shock. Sorry. I don't get that one, Bob Gravely. Okay, I like the analogy there. Let me see. Oh, boy. Rob, I'm sorry, brother. HRVOJE. All I can think about is Croatia and Hvar, spelled the same way, HV, but Voj or Roj. I'm sorry, brother. I agree. Counting activities makes people focus on the numbers, not the customer and quality of the conversations. Yep, great point. Kane, when you sell a product, are you honest all the time? I don't even know how to answer that. Let me ask you right back. When you sell a product, are you not honest all the time? I mean, come on. I don't even know where to go with that. Like I'm going to assume, Kane, you're a good cat and you're watching really shitty salespeople and it's bothering you, so you're asking for a friend. But let me be fucking clear to every fucking person listening to this right now. And if those 2 F-bombs fucking bothered you, then get the fuck off. You don't need to follow me anymore. You can go back in your little corner, your safety space. I am driven crazy by the notion that salespeople still have to carry around that stereotype that we're sharks or charlatans, or we can't be trusted, and people don't want us around, and that we're manipulative and lie and do whatever we need to do to make the sale. We've been carrying that freaking mantra, or not even mantra, that burden around for decades, and I'm over it. Salespeople is an honorable profession that if we're done right, we're helping buyers achieve something. We're actually literally a positive resource that helps buyers get something they couldn't get without us. We are valuable. And when asshats, in the name of making a few extra bucks, in the name of making their fucking quota, lie and manipulate and cheat to squeeze something in is enough to make, I want to fucking pound your face into the goddamn ground. That's ridiculous, man. We're people. And someone's trying to do a job. Someone's trying to help their kids. Someone's trying to get out of a really shitty place. Someone's struggling with something. Someone needs to change. And they're looking for someone to help them change. And some asshat's going to lie to them to make a few bucks and fuck them over even worse so they can make their quota? Is this real? Are we still having to have these conversations in sales? I mean, like, come on, man. So the answer is yes, I always tell the truth. Yes. Let me make it a little more clear. Yes, I always tell the truth. I actually not only do I tell the truth, I can think of 2 instances that I had large 6-figure deals on the table, and I was like, after discovery, I'm like, I don't think you need me. I wouldn't buy this if I were you. Based on what I heard, based on the problems, I think you're doing well enough. You don't need this. But if I was in your shoes, I would do this. And I'd give you some names. That's the level of honesty that I expect out of this profession, that this profession should be all about. And the idea of lying, I mean, anyways, the answer is no, I don't fucking lie. And the answer is I always tell the truth on that. Jesus, I don't even know where to go. Woo! Damn. All right, more questions. And by the way, I don't sell a product, and neither should you. I've told everybody this before. If you're a Gap seller, you don't sell products. Okay. Maurice Ship, how many free throws do you need to have 23 points? 23, not 43. Being more efficient in the process wins the game. Okay, so are you speaking to activity, though? I'm not sure what your point is there. I'm not sure. So, Maurice, if there's a question there, ask the question. Let me see. Establishing activity targets invites manipulation. Oh, yeah, good job. Shameless plug. Shame away, Christian. Well done, brother. Okay, Kane, how do you stay positive when you're having a slump day? I know some days are good and some days are bad. But, look, that's a great question. I just accept it as what it comes with the territory. Like, to be perfectly frank, I don't really think I have a whole business-wise. I don't have a whole lot of slump days or bad days. I've been blessed that things have gone well, and when they don't go well, I just look at it as part of the process, I guess. I don't take it personally very often. I just ask myself, am I doing what I need to do? Have I done what I needed to do to get here? And if not, why not? And then fix it. So, look, I can get lazy. Trust me, I can get lazy, right? And when something doesn't turn out the way I want it to turn out, did I do the shit Brady asked me to do? Did I do the shit that I needed to do? Did I make the calls I need to make? Did I write the chapters I needed to in the book? Whatever. Like, did I do it? And if I didn't, then I'm not in a slump anymore, because it's not a slump. You're just not doing what you're supposed to do. You're not doing your job. So, if it's truly, truly, truly a slump and I'm not getting the results that I thought I wanted based on all the work, I say, what do I need to do different? I fix it and I go out and do something different. If it's because of me, I punch myself in the nose and say, get out the program, or I just accept the results because it's my fault. And then I don't feel like I'm in a slump because I'm just not doing what I need to do. And when my sorry ass is ready to get honest with myself and hold myself accountable, I go out and do it. And guess what? The results happen. So that's how I break it down. All right. Okay. I always am. I don't understand that. Something a rep should never say, to be honest with you. So I guess there's something I'm missing up here. Sorry, guys. Let me see. You pissed, Keenan? Yeah, man, I was pissed, brother. I agree. Why would you like? Yep. Okay, I'm always honest. I know most people aren't, but I don't know that. I'm not sure I'm willing to accept that. I know most people aren't. So here's something I would give to you, Kane. If you're in a world where you see most people aren't honest, you might want to change worlds. I mean, look, I get disappointed in people every day. I'm not going to bullshit you. Like, like maybe it's because I'm getting old and I'm getting to be that grumpy old man, like when we were kids, like, why is Mr. Jones so freaking grumpy all day? Well, I'm starting to figure it out. Mr. Jones has lived a while and see how good people are at disappointing other people. But I'm still, for the most part, I'm still pretty optimistic, and I surround myself with good people that have the skill sets and the value systems that I do. And I don't see a lot of liars, particularly in sales. I don't see that. So I guess that's my advice to you, brother. If you feel a lot of people are, then change your surroundings. And if you feel a lot of people are, but the people around you aren't, you might be carrying a little bit of bias or some baggage with you. Go get it checked, recalibrate. Because for me, I believe most people aren't liars most of the time. We all lie because society demands it, but lies that are manipulation motivated, or lies that are motivated for our own well-being is really what I'm talking about. Let me see. Thank you, Bob Gravely. I appreciate that. Keenan, is Gap Selling something universal in all parts of the world? Yeah, absolutely 100%. Like beyond, look, Gap Selling is simply the ability to influence somebody to make a decision to change. Now, culturally, how you do it, okay, that could have cultural ramifications. That could have cultural elements or this is what I'm looking for. Nuances. Ooh, there you go. It could have some cultural nuances. But the psychology remains the same. The psychology behind Gap Selling is simply this. Sales is all about change, right? Everybody stay with me here. The psychology of Gap Selling is simply this. Sales is about change. People don't change unless their current situation is intolerable or insufferable, right? Or indefensible. And then when they need to change, they have to change to something they think will make their current state better, i.e. their ideal future state or desired outcome. Thus the gap. So as a salesperson, or just as a person who's trying to get somebody to change, your ability to understand where they are today, what the problems are with where they are today, the impact that those problems are having on them, and where they'd like to go tomorrow, and the believed or desired future state of getting there tomorrow, and the impact that will have on their life, is how you influence them. So it doesn't matter what the culture is. The psychology is the same. It's based on human behavior. Okay, I hope that answered your question. Okay, for example, people in China are not open to talk about problems. No, they're not. And it's interesting you bring up China. I've had a couple of customers who sell in China. And I've actually had a couple of people from China in that particular area. And I wish I spoke Mandarin or Cantonese, but primarily Mandarin, because it's obviously there's more Mandarin speakers. And I'd love to have this conversation on their level, because I have been told, I don't know personally, I can't validate this to be true or not. I've just been told that the Chinese, when it comes to business, are very, very transactional. Lowest price, give me the lowest price, or give me the best deal, however the best deal is defined, usually by price. And that they don't care about all the other stuff. And I just find that hard to believe. I find it hard to believe that just because you're from China, that you would pay for something cheap and live with the downstream negative effects. Like I just would like to ask somebody who works at Chinese market or buys for Chinese and literally say, okay, so person A sells something that is 20% cheaper, but let's say it's made better, it's going to last longer, it's going to have less issues with implementation, it's going to have less issues with long time maintenance, it has 3 extra features, etc. And you're still going to go with the cheapest one just because it's cheaper? Like, what about the impact to your business? I still know it's still China. Like I said, how you get the information from them, the conversations you have, those will have cultural nuances, but the underlying framework stays the same. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Okay. Let me see. All right, so I think that's it for questions. Poor Kane, he's like, I wish I'd never asked that. He's still trying to defend himself. Okay. All right. It's more of a case of negotiating is a cultural norm. That doesn't mean equals lowest price. Yeah. Okay. I agree with that completely, Richard. But even in negotiation, I would argue if it's all about negotiation and you get the information up front, or you get what they're trying to do, then it makes negotiation that much easier, right? They keep pushing. I want lower. It's like it's worth more. Like it's literally worth more. So why are we having this conversation? There's only 47 of you left, but I'm going to tell a really cool story. I don't tell in public very often, but this happened not too long ago. Because I want you guys to understand the power. Everybody listen to this. Like tell someone to come watch this right now, because this is probably one of the best stories you're ever going to hear on pricing. Okay? So tag someone in this. Listen, just the other day, well, it doesn't really matter. Not too long ago, I had a buyer on the phone. Okay? And I don't sell that much anymore, so I like it when I get to sell. And I went through the whole discovery. And in a synopsis, in a like a long story short, I figured out the size of the problem was, I'm going to lie about the number too, because I don't want them to know who this is. So I found out the problem was $37 million. Okay. That was the size of the problem. I'm not going to go into all the BS. It doesn't matter. That was the size of the problem. That problem was being created by a whole bunch of holes and issues and processes and all kinds of stuff in their existing selling process, with the existing selling structure, with their existing selling team, right? There was just all of these, I found all of these root causes, if you will, or technical problems that were driving to a business problem that was costing them $37 million. The cool part about this problem was that they were growing. The company was growing at like 30 or 40% year over year. And even though they were growing this fast, they were still leaving approximately $37 million a year on the table. The crazier thing about this whole thing was that that's what their revenue was. So literally, and they didn't argue with me. Like when I was done doing my discovery, they did not argue. They didn't say, oh, no, that's not true. Like I used their information. I used their numbers, their conversion rates, their number of salespeople, their average sales price, their desired blah, 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 right? Like the number of add-ons per sale, what they were like. So when I asked all these questions, they were like, wow. Like they did not argue. Like they were like, this is a good point. Now they could have said, well, maybe it's only 28 million, maybe it's a little more, but I was in the ballpark. There was no argument from them whatsoever. What made it even cooler was they recognized that this is money they could get back without hiring another salesperson, without like basically adding another tool. Like this wasn't growth they had to go out and spend tons of money in to get. This was just leaking out. And of course, they were looking at sales training. So where am I going with this whole thing? Okay, everybody, listen. I asked them what their decision criteria were in picking sales training company. One of the very first thing they said was price. They said something else too, and that was really cool, but I won't go into that part of the story. So after that, I said, okay. And they said, why do you ask? I said, well, I'm always curious how people are going to decide. And I said, you said price. She said, yes. I said, let me tell you something. Whether you go with me or not, can I make a suggestion? She said, yeah. I said, take price as your decision criteria off. She don't like that. She goes, why? Why would I do that? And I said, I know enough about this industry, and I don't think you've looked at anybody that's going to be 2 or 3 times more than any other sales trainer, right? Sales training company, right? She said, yeah. I said, they're all within the ballpark of maybe 30% on either side. She said, yeah, it's about right. So I know 30% sounds a lot, but let's just say the number was 100,000. I said, so the most you're going to save is $30,000. She said, yeah. I said, so that's why I would take price off the table, because the most you're going to save is $30,000. But you've got a $37 million problem. So I wouldn't worry about that $37,000. I would find the absolute best sales trainer based on a whole bunch of other traits besides how much they're going to cost. Because that 30K is going to be immaterial at your 37 million. See what I did there, everybody? That's gap selling. That's how you do it. That's how you address price. I don't think I had given her, maybe I did give her my price, but I can't remember, but I took price off the table, not only for me, but for every other person trying to sell this thing. Okay. Did that make sense to you, all of you guys? I hope that story helped, because pricing shouldn't be an issue. Uh-oh. I don't know if my thing still works. Looks like it froze. Holy crap. All right. Well, let me see here. Do I have anybody left? Okay. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Kane liked that story. Hope the rest of you guys like that story. With that, I'm going to jet. It was awesome, you guys. Thank you very, very much. If you want to gap sell me If you got a product or service that you think me or a sales guy should buy, DM me on LinkedIn or email me, and we will get you on the show. Okay? So thanks, Doris. All right, everybody. You know what I'm going to say? Until next time, peace. I'm out.